everyone, this is just a quick little video to explain how I do the pull-out mats for my Baby Bag mini album. So today I'm just going to show you real quick how I do them so that if you have seen the video you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it's already loaded and it's up there, so go ahead and have a look at that and then you'll have an idea about what I'm doing. Anyway, so the way that I made the pull-out mats, photo mats, is I had a whole case of these things laying around and it seemed to be a waste not to use them, so I pulled them out and just cut them up, and this is what I was using. So all I did was just cut it off, and the measurements and all that are in the tutorial. If you decide that you want to get the tutorial, it is on sale on my website, so you'll be able to get it. This one, and at 6. Okay, so you can see here, this part, the pockets that are inside the Baby Bag mini album, this slides into the pocket like this, and you'll be able to tell once it's all decorated what it looks like. And then the other little piece here, also cut off. And then this is the one that goes right behind it. So when you see that in the video, you'll see it like this inside the pocket. So that's how I made that part. And then for time purposes, I already pretty much put most of this together so that you don't have to sit and watch me do each little piece, but just so that you can see. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is, you know, the little metal word with the, and the best way to adhere these is not to try to tape them or glue them, it's to sew them. You just sew in between these little things and it just attaches. It's real easy. And then I found this cute little thing at Michael's, and I thought it was adorable, so I got this. And then my little flowers that I do, and I'll show you how I do that, and sticking things on, and I sew pretty much everything on. I don't usually stick too many things on if it's something like that. And then this one's going to go inside. So I don't know if you guys have one of these, but this is always a good idea to keep. This is my little guide, so that when you're looking at your pages, you can tell, okay, if I want this one to have 5x7s, that's obviously not going to fit on this size page, but of course like 4x6s will fit easily. And so I have all like the standard sizes, 5x7, 4x6, 3x5, and 2x3.5, and I just use these a lot when I'm making my mini album so that I can get standard size pictures in there for people, so it's not so difficult. So this, when I make my mat, I just cut out whatever size I want, and then I use these, the corner punchers, because it's just easier for people to be able to put their photos in. And with the corner punch, all you have to do when you put your, you cut your mat to size, and it goes right inside, nice and easy. And there's still one left here to punch. But if for some reason you don't have one or you can't find them, another little cheap trick that you can try is with your little craft knife and on a mat, which I don't have here, so I'm not going to do it. If you take and you just cut a little slit in each corner, you'll be able to just slide your photo mat right underneath, and you don't actually have to go out and pay the $15 that it costs for a corner punch. I always, like in my mini album here, I've distressed everything, so I've distressed up all the edges and then inked them up so that they look nice and old, and then I just put the photo mat in. And these little mats are nice for people because if you're giving this album as a gift, they can just pull this part off, put their picture on it, cut their picture down to whatever will fit on this mat, adhere it to the mat, stick it back in, and then there it is, it's done. They don't have to worry about it. I found out from a friend of mine that my photo albums were a little too complicated for some of the folks that don't do digital photography, because I didn't have a lot of standard size mats. So I fixed that. Although I still have some mats that aren't standard size. So I just adhere it down in between the corners because you want these to be free so they can get them in and out. And then like I said, I distress everything. So I just run this over the sides all the way down and then make it all ugly and dirty looking. I love this look. I just think it makes it look so nice. And I'll take my ink. I just go along the edges. It's real easy. And I always try to pre-plan out my pages because I found that, especially if I'm using a matte book with a bunch of, you know, like all the coordinating pages, if I get a little too crazy, I find I run out of my paper. Now, this is going to be longer than my little space here, so I leave the top undone and I just adhere it to the bottom. So that way the mat, it doesn't attach to the mat at all, so they can still get the picture in and out. Then this is the inside of the flap, and as you can tell, like from this to this, see, that's where that flap is. Makes things easier. That way you don't have to make hinges and try to make it go together. And these are super strong too. This part isn't going to rip, well, unless you make it, but a lot of times if you don't put hinges on things and you just score it and fold it, it doesn't last very long. But these were made to last. So then I adhere this one to the top. And this is the part that sticks out of the pocket. And this is the side, so when you pull it out you'll see this, and then when you open it up, this, and put this in here, and then when you turn it over, this is what the back side looks like. And then I just have already done this part, so I just take all these little stickies off. Now I can't remember exactly how I was going to put it together. It's alright, I'm just winging it. I think this one's going to be a little too tall. It's a good thing about this tape. You just roll it down to where you want it to end. Like a little bit more. There. Perfect. And then this one. Here. There. So this is the back. So pull it out. And then you flip it over. Here's the back. And this is the one that goes behind it. This side I already finished. See? And these are my little flowers. This is just a punch. Put them together. Embellishments. And then this side. This is for a friend of mine's baby. So she gets the done one, and I made the tutorial for everyone else because it seems like everybody's always looking for unique baby books. So I thought this would be a nice one for everybody to try. And this one in the middle. And that's it. And then they just slide right in together into the pocket like this, And then if you haven't seen the video yet, go check out the video, and if it looks like something you want to try to make, like I said, the tutorial's on my website, which is linked at the bottom of the video. And have a good night.